All right. Well, it says it's going. Okay. So, can you? I didn't get to see Laura May's. Can you? You said it was like Jeopardy. Jenny was doing something. Jenny was trying to join. I don't know.
Was Jenny joining?
I don't know. She just put into the chat, tomorrow works for me. All right, are you done? Okay.
I don't know if you want to invite her. She, I don't know that she'll be able to talk though.
Oh yeah, she'd only be in the chat, huh?
Yeah. Because she got her tonsils out. That's why Jenny's not.
Ooh.
So. All right. So, Laura May, do you want to explain your game to Jordan because she didn't get a chance to look at it?
Yeah.
So it kind of goes with, since that Pokemon Go is like big right now.
Yeah.
So it's a scavenger hunt. So they have like different levels, and it's basically a plant and animal review.
Yeah.
So if they click on like a point value, they can go out and it'll tell them to do something like take a picture of a plant or draw something in their journal with the plant parts. And then if they finish early, they can come back and get a bonus from me to do.
Sorry, I've been turning my mic on and off.
Okay.
That sounds pretty cool, though. That's like, I like that you incorporated the new game. I'm sure everybody's going to be playing when they get back to school.
I know. Yeah, but I did it through Google Slides, and then I just, I kind of layered things. So it's kind of funny if you just clicked on it and just went to the slide view, you wouldn't see everything because things are on top of things.
Yeah.
But when you do the slideshow, you can see everything.
Okay. That's a lot of work.
Yeah. Luckily, I got a template from somebody.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, Jamie, I saw that you posted the badges thing the other day. Are you thinking about incorporating badges into the classroom now?
I'd really like to. I like the concept of it. Now I need to spend time figuring out what badges to implement and how to set those up and how much maintenance is required in that.
Yeah, my biggest thing is like with 8th graders, what perks do you use? That's the problem. Is like with little kids, you could have so many different perks, but with 8th graders, it's like you can only what they want is food, and that gets expensive.
That's true. I'm not sure though. Like I think they would like the actual digital apps themselves. You know, because I've used Class Dojo and they loved that they were able to customize their avatars.
Yeah.
So I think if there's something that they can do where they can monitor, because you know how competitive they are.
Oh, they're so competitive, yeah.
And so I'm thinking that just the fact that if we have something visual where their progress can be monitored and maybe the kids can see what badges are being obtained, you know, maybe that's going to be motivational enough. I mean, you're right about the food, totally, but yeah. I'm wondering too if they're just a competition.
Yeah. Well, on that thing we had to make for 4.2, I'll just share my screen. Can you guys see this one? Can you see that? Or is it too small?
No, I see it.
Okay, so
yeah.
It's like what I did is I just allowed the King of Thieves one was obviously more influential in my ideas, but they use a lot of coins and a lot of like leveling up. So the more coins you got, like when you got to a certain point, you got to level up on your like your ability or whatever. So I was thinking you could like earn coins for for like homework turned in for watching videos, and then you also have to like have keys to break into other people's like layers or whatever. And when you run out of keys, they make you watch an advertisement. So I was thinking like if they ran out of whatever badge or whatever they were trying to earn to, if they could watch like an educational video that goes along with the standard, like you could put videos up online, and if they watched one of them and like wrote something on it, they could like earn extra coins or something like towards something else. If that makes sense.
So is King of Thieves, is that your idea for your game?
No, that's the game that I was playing.
Oh, okay.
I remember we had to play like a game or whatever, and she suggested Minecraft or whatever, and I didn't feel like paying for it. So I just went to the Apple Store and just saw what games were the top this week, and that was one of the top games being played.
Okay. So. I jumped in because Jen Diaz had talked about she had created a world for World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where I jumped in. So I've been playing that for hours and killing goblins and all kinds of crazy stuff. But I'm just trying to, I was looking at the video that opened the unit with McGonagall, and she had those 3 games she talked about, like World Without Oil, and Superstruct, and the World Bank Institute. So I was trying to think of some kind of game that would pair them up with some type of problem solving. But I'm not 100% sure where to go from here. Like, I'm sort of, I think I'm paralyzing myself on this. So I'm not sure.
I don't know. I feel like there's like so much you could do, but it's like it feels like a never-ending task. Like something has to be created constantly to keep them entertained. Because you know they're gonna run out of incentive, or they're gonna run out of like.
How did you come up with your idea, Laura May, for your game?
So I had to try to narrow down. Because I work with 2nd graders, so then I was like, well, what would I want them to do? And it was, we do a lot of things for review, and I thought, well, a review session, something that I could do for a review instead of just doing like dry erase boards or something else that gets them up and moving. Mm-hmm. And then I was trying to narrow down what subject matter would probably be best, and I came up with science since there's just so much around us in the area. And then I was like, well, our first chapter is plants and animals. Well, that should be easy. But I did think about like, oh, can I do a language arts, or can I do something in math? But then I went with science. I think the hardest part is for me, it was trying to decide on something, like on a topic, and then just try to focus on that one, and adding in all the different mechanics that I saw from. I did Super Farm Heroes. That's the game I played, and it's like kind of connecting blocks and stuff, and they level up, and they get if they get more of them in one area, then they get like a bonus prize or something else. Mm-hmm. So it was trying to figure out, well, how can I incorporate those things into the game that I create?
Mm. Yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, I'm trying to think of what we could incorporate. What else could do?
Do you have an idea, Jordan, where you were going to start?
I wanted to kind of incorporate Class Dojo, I think, with the coin situation, so that like their good behavior earns coins. So like the better their behavior is, the more points I add on to like either their Class Dojo or some other form. I was thinking about looking into Edmodo. I haven't worked with that a lot though. I don't know how much I want to add onto my plate at one time, but I mean, because I think the coin thing and like you have to have something else going for it though, like leveling up. Like what is the leveling up going to mean for them? Like how is it going to incorporate?
Is your game focusing on behavior then?
It could focus on behavior. I was hoping it would be like behavior, homework, like if I did like a flipped classroom situation, watching the videos at home, like doing things outside. Like so instead of like when they're done with an assignment, instead of me coming and telling them what else could you be doing productive, if they did something on their own, like they went and they found a video, or they went on the class website and watched a video on their own, like that could be, an added bonus towards their like leveling up or something. It just depends on what the level up goes towards. That's where I'm stuck.
Okay. It was silence.
Well, I had to mute my mic because my child is screaming.
So I'm just trying to decide. So like Laura May suggested, is like picking like a topic. So I guess I should start there. I don't know. Last week I did my video on a math on the Pythagorean theorem. So I don't know. I'm really trying to gear up since math and science are the newer subjects for me this year. I just don't know.
Yeah, I feel like there's so many different ways you could go with this. Like if you really wanted to be, I feel like Jeopardy is a gamification, like And that's something you could do like a couple times. But it's like that's one unit. Do I have to create something like that every single unit? Or am I making my whole classroom a game situation so that way everybody feels involved for the entire trimester type thing?
So but I think for the purpose of this assignment, though, like scaling it down and focusing just on the one, even if it's
Yeah.
just one unit, because I think when we look at the whole elephant, it's so big. And
Mm-hmm.
so how do you progress to set it up for the whole classroom? So like when we had to modify our area in our classroom, I just picked one wall. I didn't pick my whole class.
Yeah.
Because I mean we've got to start somewhere. So I'm thinking maybe one unit or one concept or
Okay. Okay. Well, I've already started stuff for the solar system, so I mean, now that you're teaching science, it would be we could tag team that and make like a review game or something for that. But I've already got that giant project there. That's the problem. I like the Jeopardy idea because we could totally incorporate a ton of stuff with that, but I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss.
Yeah, I think starting small is probably. I think that's cool if you could do the whole class like for a trimester. That'd be awesome. But
George would overachieve.
I am. I'm sorry. I'm a go big or go
You're
home
gonna
type of
start
girl.
small.
I know. I always bite off more than I can chew.
So if we do if something's done with the solar system, then they would have maybe some sort of avatar. They could be like an astronaut. What else could you be?
An alien.
Oh, I like that. So an alien.
Yeah. Be an alien. They could be, or they could be like an astronaut. They could choose between being an alien or an astronaut. But if they're like an alien, they have to like develop something. They have to, maybe like think of a way of their society could survive on a planet, knowing what the planet, like what the climate planet stuff is.
So I think you could do that objective for either one of those, but then like maybe they couldn't exist on Earth, or they could, you know, because it would be way too easy for an astronaut because you know what you need. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So like your objective then would be to what? To analyze. I know he's so cute. To analyze.
He's really happy. Sorry.
Or identify. I'm writing. Identify the attributes that you need to colonize it, or to.
Attributes like is there? We're gonna talk about like the climate structure, the structure of the whole planet, whether or not there's like moons or asteroids and belts. That's like where I went this year. I took it more in depth that way because our science book is like almost 10 years behind. So it still says that Pluto is a planet and all that good stuff. So I feel like if we had them start with like a basis.
But each could potentially be a level. Like your climate could be one level, and your structure could be a second. Like there are moons and asteroids and so forth. Maybe that could be a third level. So I don't know.
Or you could also have them like travel from different planets, right? So each planet is its own level.
Ooh, I like that. And it's a level. And you could get XP points, like for completing each planet, which would level you up. But then, I wonder how you would signify. Like maybe Earth would have the lowest XP because we know so much about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Or exploring, maybe. Okay. Well, that's farther than I've gotten to begin with, so.
Okay, maybe the Google Hangout was a good collaboration.
So you could customize astronaut or alien. And then each of these, like even Laura May was saying that you can travel to the different planets, and then that way you would go through climate structure and et cetera. But like I was thinking maybe fewer points for Earth because it's the most known or the easiest, I think. And then progressively you could get more XP points for the different planets.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Because jumping from planet to planet, like maybe like knowing the dimensions like of your planet and stuff like that. Like you could tie in a bunch of math stuff too. That way we could do both subjects there easily.
And how would we do that? Oh, wonderful overachiever.
Well, I mean, like if they they could get extra XP points for like calculating like their circumference or something, like like things they already know how to do, like they should have learned in like 6th and 7th grade, and then earning more points for going above and beyond the original project idea.
So bonus XP for calculating circumference and
Like area, they could calculate the area. They could calculate how long it would take a normal space shuttle to go around the planet. Maybe, I don't know, stuff like that.
So like distance, rate, and time. Like
yeah, that'd be good.
See, that's why we were partnered. She just did all the ideas, and then I just did what she told me.
Well, she writes things down for me because I'm not good at the writing piece.
So, how would we award, or what kind of points are they going to earn, like badges, or?
They could earn badges as they complete the tasks. So what we could do is we could set tasks like, like we could write them out, or we could have them like listed online or something, and they could reach, as they reach their set goals, they could earn a certain amount of coins. But say like you have a due date of like the first week is this goal, and say they complete that goal early, maybe they earn like extra 100 points or whatever they're going for.
Does it say how long we've been on to? Anywhere?
It doesn't look like it says exactly. I have no idea.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so how would we be offering like choice? Because I know all of us were looking at the fact that you have a choice within the game. So you have the choice. I'm just trying to look at aspects that I know they're going to ask us to reflect on, like if we don't actually create it. I guess your choice could be the order in which you travel.
It could be the order in which you travel. It could be
to accept the bonus challenges.
Yeah, accepting the bonus challenges. It could be adding in your own piece of technology, maybe, like adding in like a different type of presenting your information, rather than that, all of our kids are going to choose Google Slides.
Like they make a video or something about like
a video, or they make an advertisement or something,
Okay.
That could be another additional thing. Make an advertisement for your specified planet or your specified species or whatever it is they're making.
And then what could we do that might be collaborative? Because like in World of Warcraft, you have your tasks that you can do on your own, but then you also have some that you have to do with your clan. Mm-hmm. So what could we maybe do for that? Maybe there's a mission, like, so within these, like maybe there's a mission, like you have to build like, I don't know, like a life shelter or something, on that particular planet, but you can't do it by yourself. I don't know. Laura May's like, I have no idea. I'm just hanging out with you.
Trying to think.
Maybe that could be the advertisement part. Maybe they because there's only 8 planets, not including Pluto. Pluto could be done though, because their book does go over it, and I made the kids research it anyways, like why it was demoted and stuff like that. So maybe that advertisement, like you break them up into groups of like 9 groups, and then each group gets to advertise why their planet would be the best one to live on or whatever. So something like that, like they can collaborate on a project type like that.
I'm thinking Pluto can be maybe a rest stop or something. Like,
oh yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Where you could like gather and like maybe exchange your ideas. Like maybe that's the repository for like your videos, or like where the students can watch.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay, maybe we'll do that. Well, I like to feel like I have one idea out of the whole thing.
You have many ideas.
That could be the fuel station.
Exactly.
Yeah, like they can only visit the fuel station or the whatever stop, whatever you want to call it, like once, and they have to make it a valuable trip. So they have to collaborate together, whoever else chose that same planet. What would be the most important like items to gather from the fuel station to take back to their home planet with them?
So like the man, like you're stuck on a deserted island.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You're stuck on a deserted island. You only get to bring one item. What do you take?
So it's like the Pokestop.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how many items would you let them take?
Maybe like 3, 5. I don't know.
Let's do 5. Okay. And then let's see. What would the challenge be? So like I have goblins and like orcs and like all kinds of crazy things that kill me a lot. I've died a lot today. I got to respawn in the graveyard. It's like really cool. Your soul comes out and everything.
Oh my gosh.
Your body joins back with your soul. So
maybe the plant, like the other people on the other planets, like maybe like the challenge is to be the first one to the fuel stop, and like even if like I am on Earth and I'm going all the way to Pluto, there's got to be something like some sort of correlation there. Like if I beat the other people there, what do I get? Like what's the challenge? I don't know.
The only thing I worry about, though, is, like, our kids, and they would be like, oh, Jordan already got there, so
yeah, that's true.
I don't want to play.
Yeah. Or the creative items. Like, are we going to put items at the fuel stop? Like, then they get to choose those items, or do they get to choose their own 5 items that would magically ended up on this fuel stop?
I'm thinking probably we would have some initially that were by choice.
Okay.
Like we would say you have, oxygen, or you have these types of things. But then I'm wondering if you could have a section where they could submit their idea. Well, I don't know how you would evaluate that though. So
yeah.
What kind of evils they could be hit by, like asteroids?
Yeah, they could hit by asteroids. There could be what else? Comets. There could be like a new star or an old star blowing up.
If that happens, is there a way like another alien or another friend can help them revive them? Or,
yeah, like a heal.
Yeah.
I feel like you should just lose health.
Well,
like
if they're in that situation,
lose health.
But then if they're in that situation, maybe they could put out a lifeline. Like if they're fighting, if they're humans and they're fighting aliens, or if they're aliens and they're fighting humans, then maybe they could put out a call to another
human life form
or something to help them, or I don't know. Okay.
They have to be like kitty carried to the fuel stop.
Okay. And this assignment is like our ideas, right? We don't have to actually implement this because I have no idea how to implement it.
I kind of want to implement this. This is a really cool idea, but I don't know how we would go about this.
I don't either. So.
Well, we don't teach this until like October, so we have time.
We don't have time. I don't want to go back to work yet.
I know. I don't either.
We go back, Marmy, on August 3rd.
Ooh, that's early.
Our superintendent already called us about the staff breakfast.
We already got the welcome back letter and everything.
I don't want it.
I get a couple more weeks, so ours is 13th.
But when did you guys get out, though? Like after Labor Day? I mean, after Memorial Day?
Yeah, we didn't get out till like June 10th or something like that.
Oh, yeah. See, we were out on like the 26th or something.
No, like the 23rd of May or something.
Oh, was it the 23rd? Yeah, something crazy early.
Crazy.
Nice.
Okay. So I think that maybe this is a good start as far as, but can we just clarify an objective so that when we're writing it, that we could, are we allowed to do sort of a joint idea?
Yeah, I feel like the objective is like to make the kids think about the planets rather than just memorizing the order, but to really think about in depth, like how these planets correlate with their position in the atmosphere, not in the atmosphere, but in the galaxy, and what it would take for a life form to be living there, and stuff like that. Like, Like, so instead of just memorizing facts and never remembering them, they can look at, I don't know.
And then would they want, like, I know it said how would it correlate with the Common Core, but technically I'm not really using Common Core if I'm using the.
Well, because we don't have books that are Common Core yet.
But you know what, we could use the Common Core standards for like circumference and area and stuff like that. We could use that.
Incorporating math and collaboration. There's a bunch of collaboration standards for Common Core and math.
Plus, like mathematical perseverance and stuff like that. Okay. So, I don't know. Is that enough, do you think, Laura, for at least an idea to get started?
I think so. And I think we're over our 15 minutes now.
All right.
All right, I'll post this on YouTube. I think you guys already attached, but maybe double check.
Okay.
All right.
And then will you like